Telecommunications Society Net. Calling Wednesday night rest.
Temperature 81 degrees.
Remember, going back to the RADSNet, which we call here on Wednesdays on this 442.55 over Peter. Which Peter uses a positive offset, 74.4 PL tone. My name is Nick. November India Kilo. My call sign is K4NAG, Kilo 4 November Alpha Golf. And I will be your fantastic, as always, net control operator for this evening's set. But before we begin, is there any station on frequency that has any emergency or priority traffic? If so, please call now. This is always a great thing, but if any station does have any emergency traffic at any point, please call break or emergency. And then we'll yield to your traffic and help you out however we can. Once again, folks, we do meet here on Wednesdays and encourage check-ins regardless of affiliation, location, or license class. All properly licensed amateurs are invited to participate. And the purpose of this net is general fellowship within the ham radio community, bring awareness to any radio events happening in the area, and as well as any RADS Club specific items. Any questions related to ham radio, you can ask them during your comments, and perhaps someone on the net knows the answer. You can also email helpdesk@rats.net. And your message will get forwarded to the RADS Helpers group. They'll do a great job to find you the help that you need. The best part is you don't need to be a member of RADS to use the service. Again, that email address is helpdesk@rats.net. Didn't really come up with a topic or question. I guess talk of the town is how hot it's been. So what did you do this past week to stay cool? Did you get a chance to stay indoors all weekend? With Independence Day we just celebrated. Did you have good fours? Let's hear about it. So when checking in, please keep your call sign and first name to be recognized by net control. It will automatically does help me out even more. And also please state if you have any announcements of traffic for the net. Traffic will be handled first, and then we'll go to informal comments. Let's go ahead and start filling up the list here. We'll start with our mobile and portable stations. Mobile and portable stations wishing to check into the RADSNet, please call now.
This is Italy Charlie Tango, portable walking the dogs in for ICT. Kilo Bravo 2 Oscar Yankee India, Rob and Verina on the HT tonight.
This is Kilo Oscar 4, Kilo Alpha Delta, Randy in Western Henrico.
Alright good deal, good deal. Bob, I think you doubled with somebody. Let me do one more call out for any mobile and portable stations. We're also recognized, going out of order here, way out of order. We have N4 ICT Bob, we have KB2 OII Rob, and KO4K Randy. Was there somebody else that I missed that was mobile and portable? Please come back. All right, gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and pause the check-in since I know you guys are all mobile. So let's go ahead and start at the top of our list with Bob over in Glen Allen, N4 ICT. Bob, how you doing? What you got for us?
N4 ICT, Bob. I'm just out here walking the dogs. Today, before get a little walk in here before it rains, so let them take care of their stuff. And I thoroughly enjoyed working weekend. Pleased with the results. I've done it many years and just enjoy doing it. So with that, we'll turn it back to you, Nick. We'll wait forward to it.
Well, good deal, Bob. Thanks for joining us tonight, and I hope that you have fun watching dogs over there. I know it's definitely hot, but at least you're getting out there before more of the rain comes in. That's great. Great to hear from you as always, and we'll hope to catch you again soon. We'll go ahead and clear with Bob, and let's move over to our next buddy, Rob, over in Verina. KB2OII himself. What you got for us, sir?
This is KB2OII. Nick, sounding good. Thanks for running that. Appreciate it, as everyone does. And yeah, on the HT tonight, trying something a little new. Trying this new antenna I got on this HT. Signal Stick is the name of it. And Bill Care4HAU kind of led me down this road. I've been real happy with the performance of it for sure so far. So 4th of July was great. Stayed cool best I could. I discovered that the faster you drink the cold beer, then it it doesn't have time to warm up. So I figured that out. But I had a great time with family and friends and all that. Hope everyone else did. Every 4th of July is great. We'll keep it short. We'll chat over the weekend. KB2OII, back to next roll.
Well, good deal, sir. Great to hear from you as always. And I agree. The faster you drink them, the cooler they stay. So that is a great way to celebrate the 4th of July. And I'm glad that everything went well. And your HD is sounding really fantastic. That's a really good antenna that you got on there. You're making it to the repeater with no problem. So nice job on that. All right, we'll go ahead and clear with Rob, and let's move over to our next buddy, Randy. KO4KAD. Randy, what you got for us, sir?
Hey, good evening, Nick, and everybody on the net. This is KO4KAD. Nick, thanks for running it. Thought maybe Rob was at the Hanover Club meeting since you were running the net, but obviously he's not. So I had intended on going, but didn't get finished from work till right about 6:30, which is when the meeting starts, and I was about a half hour away from the location. So yeah, we didn't make it, unfortunately, but good to be able to check in here. Don't have a lot going on radio-wise, and yeah, I hope everybody's just managing to stay cool. Today wasn't too awful bad, but we still got a lot of summer ahead of us. So that's all I've got, Nick. I'll turn it back over to you, 7-3 from KO4KAD.
Great to hear from you as always, man. And you are absolutely correct. We definitely have a lot of summer left ahead of us. Hoping we get a little bit of reprieve from the extremely oppressive heat humidity we had this week. But, well, we'll just have to see how the rest of the week plays out. I think it's supposed to be a little bit cooler, but, yeah, I really do need to go check out that Hanover Club as well and see how their meetings are. They're doing a really nice job on Facebook with a lot of the videos that they come out with, and it seems to be like a lot of fun. Alright, so we have reached the end of our mobile and portable stations list, so we're going to go ahead and open the floor up to all general check-ins. Once again, this is K4NAG. Nick here with the RADSNet, looking for anyone, anywhere. If you would like to check into the RADSNet, please call now.
This is Kilo Mike 4 Lima Mike Oscar Ben.
This is KR4 ELR Chris.
uniform. Bill Verona.
This is Kilo 4, Oscar, Whiskey, Uniform, Chevy, Glen Allen.
This is Alpha India 4, Romeo November, Keith, North Chesterfield.
Net control, this is William, Kilowatt 4, Alpha, Romeo, X-ray.
Alright, we got a decent amount of check-ins there, so net control recognizes LMO, ELR. There was a station right after Chris that I didn't quite get, so I got some question marks. I'm going to ask you to come back here in a second. And then after that, we have AJU, OWU, RN, and ARX. If I missed you, and especially if you were the station right after Chris, please call now. Alright, we'll go ahead and take another pause there, and we will go to our first general check-in, Ben. KM4LMO, Ben. Good evening, my friend. What you got for us?
This is KM4 LMO, Ben out in Manning Sabbath. Good evening to everyone on the net. Not too much. I met up at Nemo's this afternoon, morning for lunch. Met up with a great group of guys out there, and with a new Radiodity DD25CE. I think I need to reprogram it. I think I screwed up the settings on it and not allowing me to tee up repeaters, so back on my old base station. And then this evening, about to tear apart a deck. Back to you.
It sounds like you had a really nice day there, meeting up with friends, and at least you got the radio that you're using now is getting into the repeater just fine. It's sounding real good. But good luck with that deck project. I've done quite a few of those replacements and new builds myself, and it's fun, but it's definitely a chore, especially in this heat. So make sure to keep drinking water and take breaks where you can, because it's a hot one. And speaking of projects for the 4th of July, I am very happy to report that yours truly still has all 10 fingers after celebrating. I should have started with that in case anyone was curious. Hi. But enough about me. We'll go ahead and move over to our next good friend, Chris, KR4ELR. Chris, how you doing, my friend? What you got for us?
Yeah, KR4ELR, Chris coming in from Amelia Courthouse. Yeah, it's definitely been hot out there, especially with this weather the way it's been. I've been doing everything I can to avoid it and stay in the air conditioning as much as possible. Although work is not always agreed upon that. But yeah, just trying to take it easy, avoid some of these storms here. I'm actually trying to work on a new code plug to try to program all the DMR stuff up and down the East Coast. But yeah, other than that, trying to take it easy and relax and stay out of the heat. That's all I got. Back to you, Net Control. KR4ELR.
Oh, you're sounding really good, Chris, coming in from Amelia Courthouse. A nice job on there. And yeah, definitely stay cool. For the code plugs, we have a very great group. If you missed the initial speech that I gave when we start the net. If you run into trouble, you can always email helpdesk@rats.net. And one of our future check-ins here, Chevy, he is like the guru when it comes to DMR. He can certainly help you out there if needed. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and clear with Chris, and let's move over to our next Rhino check-in. Bill, our good buddy over there. Bill, KR4AJU, how you doing, my friend? What you got for us?
KR4AJU, hey Nick, very nice to hear you. And hello to everybody in the net. Unfortunately, I had to work the weekend, but I did have the chance to do a camping trip before that, so I did a pre-4th. We had a good time. It was super hot. I think I have shaded my Puerto Rican skin. I have forgotten what the Caribbean feels like, and I just got remembered. I did have a chance to try new rigs and new configurations of antennas out there, and unfortunately, not everything worked. UHF was not good for me. But I did have the chance to do some digital, and I did have the chance to do some 2 meters repeaters net in Williamsburg from where I was. Yeah, I had a good time. I found myself going outside too hard, going inside to the AC, going outside again, get a beer, go inside. You know the drill. But it was fun. It was enjoyable. And I do have to say, KB2OYI, I'm glad that you are enjoying your radio antenna, my friend. I know you did a good choice. And that's all I got, Nick. Back to you. This is KR4AJU73 to everybody.
All right, Bill. As always, great to hear from you. I'm still laughing about your tan comments there. That's pretty funny. But I'm glad you had a really good time on the Cavs trip. Got to celebrate a little bit early. I know your weekend's a little bit different than most others. But hey, at least you got to celebrate what makes this country free. And speaking of going in and out of the house, this is my yearly, don't forget to stock up on spare capacitors for your heat pump and air conditioning systems. We were sitting in my house at 10:30 at night on Thursday the 2nd, and it got up to a nice toasty 78 degrees before I realized the compressor didn't kick on. Thankfully, I already had a capacitor. It took me about 20 minutes, swapped it out. There's plenty of YouTube videos to walk you through, but definitely keep those in stock because it took less than 20 minutes. We had nice cold air again for the holiday. All right, we'll go ahead and clear with Bill, and let's move over to our next good buddy, Chevy, and over in Glen Allen. KK4OWU, Chevy. How you doing, my friend? What you got for us?
Yes, KK4OWU, Chevy and Glen Allen. You're sounding great as always, Nick. Loud and clear and doing a great job. Trying to stay inside and keep out of the heat. This is the 4th. My son's birthday was Sunday the 5th, so we had a little celebration for that. I've been doing a lot of mentoring with DMR. Have a question about DMR, reach out to helpdesk@rats.net, and we'll get in touch with you. And let me grab a nickel. And we have an amazing code plug generator that you can get code plugs and program your radio, especially if you travel all the way from Florida to Maine. If you're interested, have any questions, beginner, whatever, reach out to helpdesk@rats.net. Let me grab a nickel. One other thing that y'all may not know about is Kathleen K5HTZ, a Keystone truck and tractor museum down in Colonial Heights, is right off 95. Is having a radio day on August 8th, and she has a lot of old vintage equipment from her father to set up there with a lot of other displays, and there's more being made right now. Everybody's welcome to join. There is a fee to get in. They've got a snack bar and everything else, and it should be a great event. I know a lot of RAS people are going to be there, but mark your calendars for August 8th, and I'll have more detail a little bit later. Other than that, not too much going on, trying to stay cool. Thank you, Nick, for doing the net. KK4OWU.
All right, Chevy, good deal. Yeah, thanks for the reminder on the Tractor Museum Day, where I had heard about it. I was thinking about making an appearance, especially because yours truly used to own a 54 Ford 640. Owned that for several years, and it was not museum show worthy, but it was still fun to drive around the yard with and mess with. That's a good deal. And also, yes, great reminder on helpdesk@rats.net for the DMR. Help is a great resource. And again, you don't need to be a member, so go ahead and shoot them an email. They'll do a great job helping you out. And also, a happy belated birthday to your son there. A couple days late, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and clear with Chevy, and let's move over to Keith in North Chesterfield. AI4RN. Keith, you're sounding good tonight. What you got for us? Go ahead.
Well, good evening, Nick and everyone on the net. I agree with Rob. The single signal sticks are a great antenna. I use them on a couple of my HTs. As far as 4th of July, I visited with family. Of course, we stayed inside, trying to beat the heat, and did have a good time with that. Other than trying to stay cool the rest of the week, got nothing else going on. So 73s to everybody, and back to net control, AI4RN.
And it's always a fun time to go ahead and visit with family, especially when you get to stay cool in this heat. It sounds like you had a really nice time. I'm really going to have to look into these signal sticks, because I haven't heard of them. Don't know too much about ham radio, but I'm always learning, and I'd be emailing the help desk about that one too. But yeah, great to hear from you, Keith, and I hope you have a good rest of your week. We'll go ahead and clear with you, and let's move over to our next check-in, William, K4ARX. William, good evening, my friend. What you got for us?
Oh, not a whole lot. Have been keeping cool here in the apartment. Not going outside too much when it was unnecessary. I've got lots of things going on here in the studio. Plenty of radio stuff. Plenty of home stuff to take care of. Then I have to look into the DMR stuff here shortly. I've got a new radio in that needs to be done, so I guess I'm going to need a triple up for that. Work on the CPS and do all that programming. So looking over the website, making sure I know what I'm doing first, going to give it a shot. But don't expect me too early, but I'll be around. Back to you, Net Control K4 ARX. That is jetty.
Alright, well, I'm sorry to report there, William. We missed about half your transmission. It was really choppy there. It did start to come back towards the end of it. We did hear that you were going to be messing with the programming. I don't know, I guess you're on the HT or just in a rough spot there, but as always, thanks for checking into the net. Hopefully we can have some good weekend uses. A couple people here looking forward to some good weekend uses, which should have said that earlier as well. Alright, well, we have reached the bottom of our list for the first round of check-ins, so let's go ahead and do another call out here. Once again, this is Nick, K4NAG with the RatsNet. If you would like to check in, please call now. Alright, well, I guess that's going to be it for the evening. I'm going to go ahead and close the net down and return the repeater to amateur radio use. But I do want to say thank you to everybody that was able to check in tonight, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And remember to stay cool out there, and hopefully I'll catch you on here, or maybe a different repeater over the weekend. The 73s to everybody. This is K4NAG signing off, saying, oh, I hope you guys have a great night and a great rest. K4NAG clear.